Hi everyone and welcome back. Okay, so I've had a message from Louise saying that she'd blocked up Kaweco Sport fountain pens, and she asked me, is there a way to unblock them and get them working again? So I'm going to make this quick video, not just for Louise but for all of you that have got Kaweco fountain pens, because eventually, you know, if you leave them in the drawer too long they will dry up and block essentially and not work again, until you unblock them of course. So I've been a naughty boy too. I've let this one sit in my drawer for way too long, and I thought it'd be okay actually, because my grey one, which has got grey ink in it, I put the grey cartridge in that one exactly the same time as I put the brown cartridge in that one, but for some reason the brown ink has gone really funny and dried up super quick. Well, not super quick, but quicker than the others. I don't know if you can you see that on it? It's gone all manky and crusty on the nib. I should never have left it that long. I thought it'd be okay, because usually, for some reason, the Kaweco ink and the Kaweco Sport pens, you can put them in your drawer for 6 months and they're absolutely fine. You just take the top off and write with them again like you've just refilled them with ink. You know, they're ever so good like that, but you know, if you do leave them a bit too long, they will go all nasty. Even right on the nib there, look, it's all, I don't know if you can actually see that. It looks like the ink is dried and it's kind of crystallised. Looks like it's growing. I don't know what that is. It looks ever so. Anyway, we'll sort that out. I'll put that down as well, because there's bound to be some mess come out of this. 2 quick tips for you. If your nib is not clogged, but the cartridge has gone dry, but you've not got this nasty stuff on the nib, you don't really have to do what I'm going to show you in this video. There's 2 very quick steps you can do just to get your pen going again quickly, and that's use a syringe with a blunt, it's a flat point on that so you can't stab yourself or poke yourself by accident. You can fill that up with hot water, or warm, very warm water, not boiling hot or you could melt the plastic, and take the cartridge off, and there's like a hole there. You can kind of put that right over the hole and push that down, really pressurise it down, it'll flush everything out, and then you can just put the cartridge back in, a new cartridge back in, and you should be good to go. Now if you're not using cartridges and you're using a piston filler, I'm trying to cover all bases here for you because I don't know if you are using a cartridge or a piston filler, you can actually, just like you would with the ink, you know, you put that in your ink bottle and draw the ink up, you can put this in a jar of warm water and draw the warm water up with the piston filler and then push it back out again and keep repeating that, and that, again, that should flush everything through. But if you're really in a mess with it, you'll need to take the piston filler off and follow the next steps what I'm going to show you with this. Okay, well in fact I could show you on this because this is a lot cleaner, but no, I won't. I'll do it on this because this is a real life thing, isn't it? You'll actually see the mess and how I clean this and get it working. I mean, basically it's not working. Look, it's just dry crumbs coming off of there. If I show you on a piece of paper, look, it's just, the odd smear is coming out here and there, but no, it's finished. There's no ink left in the feed in there, it's all dried up. So what I do, I get a little piece of anti-slip matting, or a piece of rubber, or even a thick rubber band or something, anything that you can put over there, over that nib, to get a good grip on it, because you will need a good grip to get this out, particularly if it's clogged up and it's all dry in there. It's probably stuck even more. But what you should be able to do is just put that round like that, get a good grip on it, and then a little bit of a wiggle from side to side, and you're pulling at the same time. There we go. That bit will come out, and this is where it gets messy. Let me get another tissue. And that's the feed section there. That's probably a very sticky ink on it, and there's the nib. Yeah, look at it, it's gone green and all sorts, it's horrible. So what you need to do now, I'll just bring this in, is get a jar of warm water. This is cold water, but just imagine it's warm water, and just literally drop that straight in. That as well, and that as well. Just drop it all in there, and you can see that the ink is dissolving. Would be useful if you've got a pair of tweezers as well, because getting these out can be a bit of a struggle. You can also sort of get hold of them and give them a bit of a shake, look, in the water, and loosen that mess up even quicker. Just keep giving it a shake. Obviously be very gentle, don't put a lot of pressure on them. And the nib has come up pretty much clean straight away. I'll just give that a quick dry, quick wipe. You can see there's still colour coming off the nib then. It is, like I say, brown ink that's in here. But that nib should be pretty clean and good to go now. That didn't take much cleaning at all, even though it was all dry and all messed up. So that's good to go. The nib's okay. I mean, you can drop it back in and leave it in soak for an hour if you want to, just to make sure that the gap between the tines there is completely clean. But I think that's going to be okay. I'll just dip it in one more time. Just get it wet and just rub it on some kitchen paper. Oh, no, there's no more colour coming off of that. That's perfectly clean. That's fine. This is the bit that's going to cause the biggest headache and will need the most cleaning. I'll just put that on the tissue now and try and soak as much of that off as I can. See, it leaves a really nasty stain there. There's still plenty on there. I mean, you can, if you want to as well. I mean, I've done this in the past when they get really bad. You can run that under the hot tap. But a quick tip, ask me how I know that I nearly lost a nib once. Put something over the plug hole in the sink, like put a tray down or a saucepan or something like that, so that if this drops out of your hand, because the chances are it might do, or the nib might do, it's going to go straight down the plug hole and you'll lose it. So put a tray down or something so it doesn't get washed down the plug hole. Okay, but you've got to keep giving this a really good wash. Get as much of that stuff off as you can. I mean, that's still got quite a bit of ink in there, but it's getting better. I mean, ideally now I would go and flush that under the tap, even get a little micro brush on there and give that feed a good cleaning. Something else I often use as well when I'm cleaning out my pens are these little brushes. You'll probably need these when you clean this out. Oh, look at that, looks like green ink, doesn't it? That does. How the green ink's turned, the brown ink's turned green. Yeah, and you probably need to flush this out quite a bit, actually. Like I say, get the syringe in there or run that underneath the hot tap and really get that super clean. And you might be able to get, you know, a little brush in there. So that's come out the other end there, look. Really get in there and give that a good clean. Okay, I just paused the video for a minute. I just took these over to the tap and rinsed them through. It's no good rinsing them in that dirty water there. You want these nice and clean. Let's see if that's really clean. Should be now. Yeah, I think that's as clean as we're going to get it, and so is that. I've let the hot water run through that. That's running clean. So now we can put everything together. It's just the reverse of what we've already done. Well, if you just kind of push that in there like that, it'll just go in, you know, you'll feel it go in. And then push the nib on like that, and that's it, you're good to go. So if I get an ink cartridge now, I'm going to use the Kaweco ink, the caramel brown. Sounds lovely, doesn't it? That makes you hungry. Caramel brown ink. So again, if you're using a piston filler, obviously you'll be doing this a different way. You'll be using an ink bottle and filling it up, and that's another point as well, because you didn't actually mention if you were using a piston filler and off-brand ink, you might, I don't know if you've actually put the wrong ink in as well. That's another thing, because this ink is water soluble. Let's line that up and push that on, you'll hear it click. Screw the back end back on there like that. Yeah, so I mean, if you've been using like carbon inks or something like that, you might be in a mess. So hopefully you've not done that, you've just been using the standard fountain pen cartridges. See, I've got that green colour coming out, look, that's just the last remnants of the water. You often get this when you flush your pens through. For 2 or 3 sentences, let's say, of writing, you'll often get lighter coloured ink because there's still a little bit of water in the feed. But look, that brown ink starting to come through now. But there you go, look at that, it's good as new. Flowing beautifully now. So it's as simple as that, just give them a good scrub, good wash through. Some nice warm water. I've even heard when they get really clogged really badly, leaving them for soak overnight in Windoline or some sort of window cleaner can have a good effect on that. I tried it, I didn't really notice much of a difference over warm water, to be honest with you, but if things are really that bad, it's definitely worth a try. And you can actually get special fluids that little remove ink and clean pens and things like that, but they're expensive and they're toxic. Water's your best bet. Look at that, that's working like a dream now. So anyway, there you go. Hope that's helped you. Or anybody else. You're probably all going to your drawer now and just checking to see if yours is clogged up as well, aren't you? Don't worry if it is, it's like I say, Kawecos are really easy to clean. And because they're not an expensive pen, if you have ruined it, if you have put, a waterproofing ink in there or a carbon ink or something, and your pen is no more, it's completely written off, it's not the end of the world because they're easily replaceable. It's a shame that, I say they're not expensive and easily replaceable. They're a lot of money to me. They're kind of £25 each, aren't they? To me, that's a lot of money, but to some people it's not. But in the grand scheme of things, compared to a Visconti or a Waterman or something like that costs thousands of pounds, that's a real kicker, isn't it, if you had to write one of those off. But yeah, that's how you do it. Nice and simple, just a bit of water, flush it through. Definitely worth getting some tweezers, a syringe, and some of the little, I think they're called pipe cleaner brushes, I'm not sure what they're called, little micro brushes, tiny bottle brushes, I'm not sure. I think I got them on Amazon, purely just for flushing through ink pens. They're good for the technical pens as well, the rotary and rapidograph. You'll need all of this stuff. If you're using ink pens, technical pens, it's best to have this in your toolkit, to keep your pens running smoothly and keep them in good order. Okay, so have fun cleaning your pens, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.